Hi, welcome back to Little Acre Farm. I am really excited to be back and show you the very overgrown garden that I have a lot of maintenance work to do in. It's been a while since I've been here and I wanted to get working on the garden maintenance and talk to you a little bit about where I've been and how things are. But what I'm going to work on today while I do that is pulling out all of these parsnips and then also the carrots. So the parsnips have been in the ground for a year, so they should be sweet and ready. They should have developed that flavor from going through a cold season, so hopefully they're good. We've actually never really eaten parsnips, so we'll see how we like them, I guess. And then the carrots are starting to go to flower, which are very pretty. That's not what we need. We need the actual carrots. So I'm going to get working on that. So it's been a while and I wanted to talk about where I've been and why, and maybe some plans that we have for the Little Acre Farm. We'll see. Anyway, I have been gone for the past few months because it's really hard to do creative things as a perfectionist, and I've been dealing with that and this seasonality of creativity that I go through every year. And I think if you stick around, you will probably see the pattern of seasonality where content slows down in the winter, because that's just who I am as a person and as a creator, a creative person. I don't believe in pushing yourself to be creative when you just don't have it in you. And I think that that's healthy and fair. Rest and relaxation are productive activities and they are a form of self-care. So every winter, usually for at least a month and sometimes for quite a lot longer, I spend time not doing anything creative. And I haven't always loved that period of my life, but I'm finally coming to terms with it just being part of who I am. So the quiet part of winter is over finally, and the sort of well-adjusted person summer is here, and I feel more creative again, and I feel like I'm up for doing creative things. I got back to writing this week, which was really hard for me to put down for about 2.5 months. And I got back to the garden, editing videos and baking and cooking and just doing the things that bring me joy when I'm not in this quiet season. So like I said earlier, it's hard to be a creative person and be a perfectionist. And that's another kind of layer of thing that I've been struggling with lately. I feel like I have a hard time doing creative things if I can't do them perfectly and I can't do them right on the very first try, because I'm supposed to know how to do all of these things and I'm supposed to be good at everything, which is completely unrealistic, but that's just what I think. I think a lot of people my age struggle with that perfectionism, and it's really hard to overcome and to break that cycle. I had the footage of the last video I put up on my channel, the antiquing video. I had that footage on my phone for a couple of months, and I kept telling myself, I'll get to it later, I'll figure out how to edit it later. And the reason I put it off for so long is so ridiculous now, being out of my quiet, sad period. I feel very silly, but I didn't finish editing it and I didn't post it because I couldn't figure out, and by couldn't figure out, I mean didn't bother to try figuring out how to do a voiceover in the editing platform that I use, which I'm actually using and doing right now. So obviously I figured it out. But I convinced myself that It was too much work to do a voiceover by recording myself talking on another device and importing the file and putting the file into the video, editing it there, and then posting it, which, to be fair, is how I used to do voiceovers, and it is a lot of work. But then I decided that I just didn't want to learn a new skill, like learn the new way to do voiceovers in the tool that I use to edit my videos, because I wasn't perfect at it and I was just going to mess it up and it was going to be terrible. This is the most ridiculous lie that my brain tells me regularly, that because I can't do something perfectly on the first try, it's not worth doing, or because I can't do something perfectly on the first try, I'm a failure. That's so ridiculous. And I really hope that you don't have to deal with feelings like that. But if you do, I hope you know that your brain is lying to you. Coming out of that period on the other side where things feel brighter and nicer and more approachable, I almost look back on the last season as time not necessarily spent well, but time that needed to be spent quietly and just being with myself and recovering from this like massive creative output that I had last year. I wrote so much and I did so many creative things around the house, in the garden, with my channel, etc., that I was very tired and I felt very depleted. So even if I couldn't do things perfectly the first time, I didn't have the energy to do them imperfectly either. And I think that's okay. I'm not sure what the point of this video is. Mostly just telling you that I've been gone because I'm a recovering perfectionist. And I hope that if you are, that you're recovering well and that your journey into the next season of your life is as imperfect as it needs to be for you to be successful. Thanks for stopping by Little Acre Farm, and I'll see you soon.